Alright, so free to play through episode 4 is going to take a different format because it's basically the end, but also I didn't want to do any story spoilers. I also didn't word the rest of the quests, but you'll end up doing War Within, Chains of Harrow. War Within, you'll want to get an amp before you do Chains of Harrow for sure. I believe you can do it after War Within. You go visit Quills and Cetus, and then that's when I'd probably do Chains of Harrow. You can grind out even better amp parts and purchase them from Quills. But Chains of Harrow can be slightly difficult without that amp. Then Apostasy Prologue is just a cutscene. Sacrifice, you're going to want an upgraded amp, or if you've done Duviri, which is what I did, I went and did Duviri and then the Sacrifice. It makes it a lot easier because, trust me, trying to do the Sacrifice with just the Void Beam or even the Moat Amp can be extremely difficult. The thing you get from Duviri can help with that. You then have Prelude to War, which is a series of 3 cutscenes. The New War, which is a whole experience, definitely worth playing. And then that's followed up by Angels and Whispers in the Walls. Angels unlocks some of the best arcanes in the game, especially for your Warframe, and sort of explains a lot more of what happened on the Zeraman. It's not too terribly difficult, but again, you're going to need like the Sirocco or a better amp in order to do this quest. Whispers in the Walls, not too terribly difficult. You're going to probably want to tank your Warframe than just Excalibur. I would recommend either Frost or Rhino, as they're pretty easy to get early on, low crafting costs, and can be quite tanky. Lotus Eaters is another quick cutscene before the Hex, or 1999. Once you get to 1999, you can do a lot. There's a lot that opens up here. A lot of the pre-Steel Path arcane grinds open up here. Same thing with Whisper in the Walls, actually, because the Vosper and everything else opens up here. Also, once you complete the New War, Archon Hunts become available once you complete Veilbreaker, which technically, oddly enough, counts as a side quest, but it really should be a main quest, because it unlocks Archon Hunts, and Archon Hunts are so incredibly important. Alongside the Archon Shard things that you'll eventually get from getting Deimos rep up to rank 3, you can then purchase the Helminth segment, which once you do that and install that and then complete Veilbreaker, you get the Archon Shard segment, and then you get yet another Archon Shard Coalescent segment, I think is what it's called, from Whispers in the Walls, once you get the Kavia to rank 3. Hex opens up Primary Crux, which is going to be really good on a lot of weapons before you can get some of the better arcanes from Steel Path. And then Jade Shadows opens up the semi-mods, the semi-auto mods, which I have on the Corinth. Corinth is my favorite gun. I highly recommend it. I went out and farmed 20 platinum and then rolled this Riven too many times. But the semi-mods are incredibly powerful. Once, as you can see, I already did some arbitrations. Once you complete the star chart,
all set.
The base star chart, which is entirely doable free to play, You then have access to a ton of nightmare missions. You can farm a lot of those mods. They sell for about 5 to 10 plat a piece, unless you roll the 1.5% chance for Blaze, in which case that thing sells for anywhere between 35 to 50 plat usually. So that's a good farm. But all those nightmare mods combined are really good. There's also arbitrations, which are these. You can get Vitus Essence from those, and that's incredible, right? Vitus Essence lets you get the Galvanized mods, lets you get Grendel, a bunch of other things. Something I didn't actually do this free-to-play through is go get Clervo from Deviri. Clervo can easily do Steel Path with, I mean, poverty build. It is incredible how little you need to invest in Clervo to make him really good. This is actually a phenomenal arbitration. I should really go do this, but I'm not going to because I'm recording this. Things you also want to do is visit Barrow whenever you can and farm out primes using the Void Fissures. The more planets you have and the more the star chart you have completed, unlocks more and more of these.
Tenno, a new alert has begun. It will be marked on navigation.
Damn it, Marvelous. Anyway, as I said, Archon hunts. Also, make sure to do your invasions as a free-to-play player because you can get mutagen masks, and it doesn't show any here. But there's also things like the detonite injectors and the Fieldrons, the fully built Fieldrons, not the samples. And those are very, very good. Generally speaking, always do events, like event missions, especially Belly of the Beast right now is one of, if not the best event ever. Not only do you get some crazy cool cosmetics from it, but it eliminates the need to grind a lot of the Cetus stuff for hunting Eidolons, because you can get the Eidolon Arcanes from Belly of the Beast. There's also Star Days. You can get the Wings Ephemera. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. I ended up grinding out a lot of, while it was still here, the Prime Resurgence. I don't know if it's...
Might want to refine
okay,
any
so it's still here. Not for long. But I went down here when it was still the Mesa was still up here, and I did the... oh no, it is down here, right? Yeah, these relics with Mesa and Hydroid. Ended up getting so many of these and having so much Aya. Obviously now I don't, but I had like 18 or 20 Aya and spent it all on these relics and grinded out an entire Hydroid Prime set, which I then sold and used. I got most of the important rare parts of Mesa, so then I just used that platinum to buy what I was missing out of Mesa, and then let's see what else. Built a bunch of Warframes. Also focus Nightwave whenever you can, as not only can you get the Orkan Catalyst and Reactors, you can also get Kuva and Nitane. Your need to build things. Every once in a while there's some good stuff in terms of the mods. Also, most of these weapons that you see here are actually exclusive to the Nightwave offerings. You can't get them anywhere else. But also, you get weapon slots for free. You get a Warframe slot for free. You get Forma almost guaranteed every single Nightwave rotation. You can also get some of these rare mods. And if you don't like those weapons, you can then just hold on to the mods for a bit. They get very expensive very quickly, because not everybody has them. And then you can sell them after the Nightwave ends, or during the Nightwave when people don't want to grind it. And yeah, you can make a decent chunk of plat. But I'm not going to tell you really how to make plat, other than most of the ways to actually make plat are doing the grinds that other people don't want to do, which is what I kind of did for this account and allowed me to get a lot of platinum. You buy things like the Corinth Riven, additional Warframe, and actually don't have too terribly many Warframe slots, but weapon slots, Rivens. I only bought like 2 Rivens. Some other mods and other stuff that I was missing. Trading is essential in this game, but yeah, that's mostly where the free-to-play through went. I'm gonna continue doing it just because I think it's fun. It adds a new twist for me, because I can't just, you know, go and buy whatever I want. I don't have a couple hundred platinum like I do on my main. And yeah, it's an interesting challenge. It's completely doable to get to Steel Path. As you see, I have done very little in Steel Path, but I've done enough to get to Operation Belly of the Beast Steel Path through some. I think I got lucky and had a couple of these as a alert. So alert missions, you can actually taxi around to nodes you don't have unlocked in Steel Path and then get to where you need to go. But yeah, it's basically the end of the free-to-play through, because I completed all the quests, made it Steel Path. It's really not too difficult after I'd say after Chains of Harrow and like War Within and stuff. To complete Sacrifice, there's really no. If you can complete the Sacrifice, you can complete the game. Like, none of these are harder than the Sacrifice. New War basically gives you everything you need, and you no longer have to craft the Paracesis. We show you that as proof, because I still haven't crafted it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of like replaying quests or anything like that, and I think this is basically the end of free to playthrough. Like I said, that's basically it for the free to playthrough. Thanks for watching it. If you watched it all the way through, I'm gonna link not only the playlist but also the YouTube recommended video. And also, if you could do me a favor and like, subscribe, do all that nonsense, and also follow me on Twitch, it would be mighty helpful. Thank you.